It's a
Why do
smart
y'all
man right
expect?
there.
Why do y'all expect sex on the first date or the first link? Nobody expects
Who,
that
who,
though.
who expects that? Who said
I'm
that?
saying, twin.
Who said that?
Okay, so let's talk about it. So I assume most women automatically, or most women who are listening right now in the audience, or anybody out there, you're mainly answering: do most men on the first date automatically expect
Yeah, weird champ.
to have sex with a woman? Correct. Just want to make sure
Mm,
that everybody is understanding.
yeah, nah, that's facts.
Okay. So I won't say not all men, but now we live in a modern society to where it's somewhat getting normalized to the point where if I take you on a date, regardless of what the date could have been, you're automatically supposed to give it up. Granted, I don't believe in that. That's not my viewpoint. I'm more so on tip of, can we go out? Can I catch a vibe from you? Can we enjoy each other? Can I have some form of company around you and see where this goes? Now, if you feel comfortable enough, in my view, to be like, we can take it all the way, X, Y, Z, Z, Y, X, cool. But I'm not gonna force it upon you. I'm not gonna expect it at you. I'm not gonna say, oh well, after this date, you gotta give it up, type of jazz. If you generally feel comfortable, you give me the signs, or at least you inform me, like, hey, I'm cool if we do it, or if it happens just naturally and it goes to that. Cool. I'm not gonna think of you different as a woman,
Hmm. That's
but
a fact. I ain't gonna think you different as a woman, but shit, I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a real nigga. You know what I mean? I keep it 100 at all times. I ain't saying that you gotta give it up, but that shit would be nice though. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying you
Yo,
got to, but that shit would be nice. You know what I mean? And if you don't, that's fine. But if you do,
you know,
yeah,
this
you know what I mean?
nah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But nah, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me
nah.
be real. Let me be real. Let me be real. If you don't do it, it doesn't matter. If you do it, it don't matter. You know what I mean? Like I'm a person that's like, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like it's fine. Like you don't gotta rush yourself to do anything that you don't want to do. And neither am I a nigga that's gonna try to convince you to do something that you don't want to do. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
true.
I
if I
agree with
if
that.
if I pay for something, I'm not gonna hit you with the yo, bro. I paid for this, bro. Why you not letting me fuck? I'm not gonna do that. I paid for it because we want to go out, we want to have fun. You know what I mean? You basically nah. I never said. I said I'm not saying that. You said you basically paying for what's nah. I never said that. Some dudes do that. Yeah, nah. I know some dudes do that though. Especially in New York. Shit. You meet the wrong nigga, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's a evil world out here. Mhm.
You said
Like
what?
I said it's an evil world out here. Some niggas be doing that for
Oh
real.
yeah, that's a fact. That's New York shit for real. I can't lie.
But like I said, it's becoming such a normalized thing now to where if you go on social media, for all those who do have social media,
Dude.
TikTok, Instagram, shit like that, you're gonna see those videos and posts of, oh well, I took you out to this restaurant and all this other stuff, or I took you to Ruth Chris STK, or I got you a flight over here, da 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 da, and all this other stuff, and it's an expectation.
Yeah.
I think
Mm-hmm.
that's what is dumb to me, because like, if I'm generally answering you on a date, my
Mm-hmm.
intentions is, okay, we're gonna go out on a date. I want to pick up your vibe. I want to see how you are, because honestly, I just can't vibe with everybody. I can't.
Yo,
I can't
Prince.
be with every. What's up?
Prince, what you call it? D said Jada I wanna join.
Oh shit!
Wait.
I wasn't even paying
Yeah,
attention.
Jada I wanna join.
My bad, Jada. I didn't mean to
Um,
pull you up.
what you call it? Panic said, how do you deal with a femme popping out with tart coochie one day? I ain't gonna lie, you gotta go.
Nah, that's some
That's
wild
wild
shit.
shit. That's
That's some
wild shit.
crazy
You
shit.
left the crib with your coochie going crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's wild.
That's some crazy
That's
shit.
just some crazy shit. You gotta go.
That's a most definitely. And going back to the turn on and turn offs, that's a turn off.
Nah,
Yeah,
no
that's
cap.
a.
For some shit like that, you need to be eliminated, tarnished. You need to be
So you
annihilated.
ain't gonna say it
Sir,
nicely. No,
I
I'm
don't.
gonna say it nicely. How I'm gonna help her? How can I help her? That is her. That you know what I mean. I have a
she a grown ass
piece.
woman.
Yeah, you a grown ass woman. What you mean? I have a piece. I don't know what you gotta do. You know what I mean?
Woke up the house crazy, nigga.
Yeah. Now I'm not gonna kick you out. I'm gonna be like, yo, like, your shit going crazy.
You gotta
You know
do
what I
better.
mean? You gotta, yeah.
You gotta
Her
do way
pH.
better.
What does her pH being off gotta do with me? I ain't. If we, what you call it? What the fuck? Not like, you know
Mm-mm.
what I mean? Fix up. Nah, I'm being dead. I'm not gonna violate and kick you out the crib. I'm just let you know. But I'm just gonna be
Wait,
like, but it depends. Oh nah, why Ice Spice shaking ass on the stream? Oh
Nah,
my
you dead
god,
ass. You
my
dead
fault, my
ass.
fault, my fault. But I'm not gonna kick you out the crib. I would never kick nobody out the crib. But like,
But to a
so
certain
you
point, you
gonna
have to take
vibe?
care of
Oh,
yourself.
if it's my girlfriend, that's a different story. If it's my girlfriend, it's a different story. If it's my girlfriend, then of course I'm gonna let her know and I'm gonna tell her so she could fix it, so she could fix up. But if it's some like, say this is some girl that coming to the crib to let me kill, homie, you gotta get up out of here, twin. You gotta get up out of here.
And here go Don on my case again. What did I do this
So
time?
I
Oh
think
my god.
I think it just to clear things up to make sure everybody's still on the same page. If we are in a relationship and that were to happen, I completely understand that women go through their own things, have
That's a
their own
fact.
moments, stuff like that. So I'm not gonna treat you just like, oh, this is the first time we're linking up. So woo, woo, woo. I understand that
Yeah,
not every day is gonna be a beautiful day in the neighborhood type of jazz. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, babe, like, right, like, get the fuck out type of jazz. But if this is our first time meeting, and you have your own situation down there, and that's something that you generally want to take care of, I have no problem with you just hitting me up saying, hey, can we replan it? Hey, dealing with some things right now with you. Don't come around with, in hindsight, bad hygiene, and that's for both genders. So no one feels like it's directed at a woman, but for both genders.
mm-hmm.
If you're doing a first link up, have some hygiene on you, because that shit's weird. You
Word.
don't take a
Yeah,
shower.
facts.
You didn't put
I
on nothing fresh. You didn't do laundry. What are we doing here?
Fam said, sorry, continue, my fault.
No, you're good. I was done.
Oh, Sam says something. She's seen something on Facebook of a girl came over to his crib. She didn't fuck, so he kicked her out and he sent her home in an Uber. Was he wrong?
I would
Not
say
gonna lie, there's some grimy niggas out here like that.
I would say
There's some
yes.
grimy niggas like that.
I would say
You can be
yes, but
real. I'm gonna be real. Be real with y'all. I'm a person. I like to keep it 100 with y'all. I don't like the sugarcoat shit.
shoot.
I wouldn't say he was wrong for what he did, but you gotta realize this. This also goes with what the intentions that she like that they talked about. This all goes for what they talk about. If they spoke about like, all right, when you come over, you know what I mean. This is what we doing. You know what I mean. And she didn't do it, and they didn't do what happened. Then I mean, he has all right to let her leave because that's not what he wanted to. That's not what he brought her to the crib for. He brought her to the crib because he wanted to do something with her. She what you call it? She said that she didn't expect him to fuck. He said, but he said that should have known that from the jump. I mean, he sent her home in an Uber. I don't see nothing wrong. Like Rex said, he's showing some type of respect. It's not like he just said, "All right, take the B-42 home." Nigga sent her
Yeah.
home in an Uber. He said, "All right, that's not what you want to do. All right, Uber, feel me?" That's what I'm saying. Like he ain't do nothing bad. That's not what he. They both had different intentions. Their intentions didn't line up. So he said, "Okay, instead of me being rude, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna get you your Uber home and call it a day." You know what I mean? I feel like he didn't do nothing wrong.
Now to piggyback off of what Ron said, because I do see his point. Uh, Depending on what the conversation was from the jump, if it was her obviously stating, "Hey, just want to come over, just want to vibe with you, just want to kick it, and just be on a cool type of timing," then he kind of fucked up by having that expectation of, oh, well, she's coming over to have sex with me. But if the conversation was already there of, oh, hey, this is what we're gonna do when you get here. We can watch something. But honestly, this is the type of time I'm trying to be on, and she
That's a
obviously
fact.
agreed to it. And then when she got there, granted, all women are able to change their minds. I don't want. Let me put that out there. All women are able to change their minds, take back consent, however they may feel. But if she got there, she changed her mind, and he was already in the pre notion of, well, this is what's going to happen when she gets here, and then she
Mm-hmm.
backed out. It's like he does have the right to say, you know what, it's cool, no problem. Generally, still don't want you to be here though. Gonna keep it a stat, but I will call you an Uber or some form of transportation to make sure you get home safely.
That's a fact. See, so that's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's a
saying.
fact.
What do you do for shorty? Lock her leg around you when you about to pull out. Oh, if a shorty lock her legs around, nah, panic just accident. Yo,
Well, what was the question?
he said, "What do you do if a shorty locks her legs around you when you about to pull out, and like she's holding your like basically holding you so that you nut in her? What do you do?" I was about to say you. You know what I mean? Let me tell you what you do.
I can't wait
You
to.
pick her up and you drop her on the bed. Gangster, gangster. You pick her up, drop her on the bed. She gonna let go. Gangster.
I ain't gonna.
That's it. You know what I mean? That never happened to me before, but shit.
I was
Why
just
Facts.
do
That's
saying.
a
girls?
different situation. That's a
My
different
bad. My bad.
situation.
Just to say, my bad if we're not catching everybody's questions on time. I am trying to, look back at the audience and just make sure
Wait,
that
what?
everything is
Why
good.
do girls like crazy? Wait, why do guys like crazy girls over chill girls sometimes?
I can take the
Oh,
lead on this one.
mm,
So because this is a new discovery for me, it's more so about the thrill of a crazy one. Granted, everybody's crazy is different, and
mm,
everybody has their own set threshold on what they define as crazy. But at least for me, it's more so like a thrill. It's like I want you to necessarily always not necessarily be always on edge, but have kind of like that edge point to where it's I don't know your next move. Because at some point, if I find you too predictable, I do get bored in a relationship or do get bored when it's like some form of talking. So it's like I always wanted to for some odd reason just be a surprise throughout the time that we are together. It doesn't have to be all the time, but just something to make sure that one, I'm on still guard about me learning who you are, and things are some form of excitement for me. Because if I feel
mm,
like we're going through the same steps every day and having the same conversations every day and nothing really changes, at some point, yes, I'm gonna get bored. And once I do get bored, it's kind of I then would just I don't want to necessarily say distance myself, but put myself in a position where it's like, yeah, this is not working. I do wish
mm,
you the best. I hope you do find someone who does better suit you, and kind of just go about my day, and
mm,
that's what it is. So it's not that we choose crazy women over chill women, but
mm,
it's more so that if it's just a continuous same everyday pattern, like waking up for a job, at some
mm,
point you gonna get tired of waking up for the same job over and over again to the point where you hope something happens.
mm.
Facts.
That's kind of what it feels like. Like
I
I'm
was
going to an
say,
everyday
mm,
job. My bad.
mm. No, you good. I would say for me, I like I ain't gonna lie, I like a chill girl. I don't like a girl. I don't like a girl that do too much. If you do too much, that shit pisses me the fuck off. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like
Mm.
I'm the way how I look at it as I want like I need somebody to like I want somebody to be my peace. Like, you know what I mean? You ever heard that saying? Like, I need somebody to be my peace. I don't need somebody acting crazy. I feel like, a lot of the times, as humans, when it comes to relationships, we tend to think like, okay, I mean, this could go for anybody, but we tend to think like, oh, if we're not like, say if we're not arguing, or say if like, say if like we're just always happy, or say if like, you know what I mean? Say if everything's just going so good, we feel like, okay, this is boring. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's like I feel like that it shouldn't be like that. You know what I mean? I feel like that toxic shit isn't okay. It's not cool to do. Cause eventually you're gonna get tired of that toxic shit. Then what you gonna want? You gonna want a peaceful relationship. But by the time you want that, you know what I mean? You're what you call it, your peaceful relationship, your once peaceful relationship is now toxic. And now you can't even go back to that. You know what I mean? So that's why I just want somebody to be my peace for real. Feel
Facts. At a certain point, like toxicity gets boring. Not boring, but it gets draining. And when shit
me.
drain, that's all you know. That's how like because I had both at one point. I had a chill girlfriend. Then had like a crazy ass ex. Like they're both cool, but it's like at a certain point, you just want something like between moderate. That's how I'll say something between moderate. Because you want something that's chill, but you want something that's unpredictable, like Prince said. It's like find something that's in the middle, I guess.
That's a fact.
So Sam asked a question. Just want to touch on
Mm,
that again. We are. I am trying to make sure that I can hit everybody's question the best way possible. So give it some time. And anybody who is requesting to get on to speak, let's just give it a moment. Let's try knocking out as much questions as we can, and then I'll start bringing people up. So y'all can just be patient with us. Appreciate it. But she did say, "Are guys crazy over women?" Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's open up that can of worms. So for me, I was in a relationship for 3.5 years. I'm not gonna get too in detail, but for a guy to really be crazy over a woman, real emotions do have to be involved. Like for me, I was generally in love with the girl, so it was like I knew, at least mentally, I knew that I wanted something long term with her. I wanted that to be my wife, type of jazz. So, of course, there are moments to where a guy's going to show crazy behavior in a sense, like sometimes being overprotective or jump to conclusions, worrying, stuff like that. For me, it was most definitely moments to where I was overprotective in a sense, and it's just a natural worry of I don't want her to necessarily leave my life because I know that's someone who I generally want to see myself with. So for a guy
Mhm.
to really be like getting into a crazy notion, real feelings do have to be involved, and that has to be like someone he generally wants to see his life with. If it's someone he's not necessarily feeling or not feeling like that, or maybe it could be of other different factors. I think everybody can put two and two together. What I mean by that, then it's then the emotion won't be necessarily the same. But for me overall, I generally do have to be like deeply in love with you to even consider like doing things that would necessarily be out of my character, if that makes sense.
Nah, I feel you. I feel
or
what you're saying. Me personally, me personally, I don't know. I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm a crazy person. I have anger issues, but like when it comes to relationship shit for real, I don't really be having the energy sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't say I would sure if I like you a lot. Like, yeah, I might. What you call? I might. The most I'll probably do is just bark at you or some shit. Like,
Bark is crazy
but
too. Yeah.
as far as like, how some niggas really be out here ready to kill for sure. I ain't killing nobody for nobody. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's just that. I ain't robbing nobody for nobody. I ain't doing none of that shit. That's just how I get down for me. But like the most I do is just yell at you. If you ever like what you call it. That's really it. I would never put my hands on a female either. Nothing like that.
yeah, don't do that. That's weird.
I
That's
would
really
never do
weird.
that
Yeah,
either.
that's
But
crazy.
Panic said, "What is something a femme has done for you that you're grateful for?" Uh,
Well, I had one, so right, this one time,
mm, mm,
because I suffer from like depression, stuff like that.
mm,
So, there's sometimes I can't function. So
mm.
this one time, this girl got me an emotional dog. Like I forgot what them shit is called. Like a dog that
Or
helps you with
animal?
emotions. Yeah, support animal type shit.
Mm.
She got me one of those. That's like the best gift I got in that mean wow. That's the best gift.
That's crazy. W girl, what?
Yeah. No,
W
she wasn't
girl.
even my girl. She wasn't even my girl
Mm,
for real. It was more like a mentor, big sister type
mm,
shit.
mm. What you call it? I would say for me, uh, I would say just being there for real. Like, I don't even know. Like, I can't really put something in my head that I'm really grateful for something that good. I mean, um, oh, I'm bugging. Oh, this don't gotta be. I'm thinking about girlfriend wise. I would say just what you. I would just say like how the girls in the Discord support. Like I feel like that's one of the most like biggest things to me. I mean, the guys obviously support too, but like for girls to support, obviously, is different because not all male content creators have a lot of female supporters. So I would say just the girls in Discord supporting me. I feel like that's I mean.
For me, grateful for. So okay, so a lot of people may or may not know is that I do make beats or somewhat
Oh, that's a big
yeah.
V's.
And when I first started getting into it, I dropped probably like my first instrumental album and
Mm,
whatnot. There is a Twitch streamer who I am good friends with, and trying to promote your stuff or trying to get people to listen is one of the and what not always the easiest things because a lot of people generally
Mm-hmm.
don't believe that you can do what you can do. She actually dedicated a good amount of her streams to constantly like, play my beats on streams and even promote my stuff. She even
Mm-hmm.
had a whole command to where people put it in, they can pull up like the where they can find my information at and stuff like that. So I would say that I'm most definitely grateful for because generally she didn't have to. She didn't even go
W.
to the extent to even set anything up of that nature. She could have been just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, check out my homie stuff, and that would have been it. But she actually dedicated probably like a good month, maybe like 2 months, just like promoting my stuff. Honestly, so
Nah, W girl. What you call it?
Thanks.
Unc said, "How do you feel about people dating without intentions?"
it's a waste of time, honestly.
Yeah, that is a waste of time
Waste.
for.
Because not only are you wasting someone's time of wanting to find something real and wanting to actually settle down, but you're wasting your own time because now you're putting forth some form of energy, time, money, whatever the case may be,
Mm-hmm.
into someone that you generally don't see yourself with. So it's like, why?
Why
If
do it to yourself? Yeah.
yeah, even if it's like you see something of value in them and you're just only sticking around for that, I would say
Mm-hmm.
just openly just be honest about it. Whether they want to fuck with you still or be around, then that's up to them. But honestly, if you're just doing it and giving the notion of, oh yeah, well I wanna have this type of future with you, and that's not your end goal, and you don't see that with them,
Mm-hmm.
then keep it pushing because now not only are you damaging whoever that you're getting yourself involved with, now they generally feel like this is how all people are gonna treat them from this point on or whatnot, and it's too much of a hassle.
That's a fact.
Bro, that's
That is.
mentally draining. Mentally draining someone for no reason. That's bad. That's bad.
Let's talk about it. Any more questions that we might have missed? Oh, D did, and she's like, well, mainly she was directing those towards Meech, but we can also speak on it too. Is
Mm.
what do you guys? I believe she said value or like in a female. Technically, those are directed towards Meech, so Meech, if you want to kick it off.
Yo, Meek.
Oh, me? Oh, my fault. So
Yeah,
basically,
nigga.
my fault. So basically, what I like in a female is she has to keep it 100%. Like, no matter how I feel or how I take it, I just need someone to be 100% with me. Cause that, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because if someone's not 100% with me, then I don't know what's real or not, or how I'm gonna take it. Cause it's like, if someone who's 100% with you all the time, then I would say you'll perform better all the time. You know what to do, if that makes sense, you guys.
What you call it? That's a good answer. I fuck with that. I ain't gonna lie.
This man, I say it was great. What I value or what I like in a female, I guess it would most definitely have to be kind of like that caring nature. Like with me, I don't open up to a lot of people. So if you get me to, then that is most definitely a big step in being able to at least assist me and or speak to me, especially when it does come to hard times. Then that I most definitely value, or that's most
Yeah.
definitely something I would look for in in a woman because it's like not too many people or not too many women usually are willing to have a guy actually be open to them. It's like, oh well, shit, that's your problem. That's your problem. And it's like, all right, fuck you, but keep it pushing. Um, but honestly, it is most definitely like if I can be able to be open around you, it's not even like just on like a sensitive tip, but just be able to explain or express myself in a way to where you can understand and you can even give me advice on stuff, then that's most definitely something that I do like and value. Ron, you wanna speak your piece?
Um, what I would say is like, I would say, yeah, what you call it? In terms of all that, yeah, like what y'all both said was facts. Just having a girl that would listen to you no matter what, like, and just somebody that cares for you. Because not every girl gonna care for you. You know what I mean? A lot of girls, make it seem like they care about you, but they really don't. A lot of girls, everybody has hidden intentions. You know what I mean? So somebody that just sits down and listens to me. Which I'm grateful for. Because nobody got to do that. Are you willing to move to a different state for your girl? Fuck no.
No.
Well, me personally, it kind of depends on what I can get out of there. Because for me, in most retrospect, if I do move to another state, job wise, that I have to really do take into consideration because I just generally don't like having a broke mindset or a broke mentality. So I don't want to move to another state and not have a plan out there if I do move. Because then, let's say, God forbid, that me and the person decide to go our separate ways. I don't know anybody out there. Maybe if I was staying with her, I don't have my own place, stuff like that nature. So I generally do have to plan stuff out before I do make that commitment. Am I willing to? Yes, if I have everything lined up and set in stone. But that's just me.
You're a better man than me, no cap.
Who be like that? I know Meek asked the question. I'm trying to look for it again. Oh, there it is. Are you willing to go through temporary pain to get what you want to be in life? To get where you want to be in life? Butcher that sentence.
Yeah, no cap. Like I'm gonna tell you this how I'm like, cause I play college sports. I play football. So what? Something that my coach always told me, like if you want to do anything in life or anything that you see that you want to do, you're gonna have to go through pain at the end of the day, cause you can't just get it off the get go. You had to work for it, even though you know how long it might take you, how long you get there. But it's just like you got to work for it, and sometimes certain stuff happens, certain roadblocks. You just got to like push through to certain stuff. You're gonna get it regardless. At the end of the day, if you keep working hard enough, you're gonna get it. So the pain that never lasts forever. That's the best I can tell you.
What you call? Why did Don said why is it a hard no for eating ass? And because nigga, why the fuck
It's
I'm eating
yo
ass?
what?
That's an
I
ass,
don't do that.
nigga.
I don't
You
do that.
Who's
But
dumb.
she
eating
said
butt, bro?
she's saying why is it hard no for y'all not moving to
Oh, what are you
to
talking about? What are you talking about? Not eating ass. What are you talking about then?
it like why y'all won't move to another state for a girl that you're trying to
Oh, because like Prince said, it depends on what I can gain from moving to this state. I can't only think about you. If you say, oh, let's move to Wisconsin, what the fuck is in Wisconsin, nigga? You better move there by your goddamn self. You know what I mean? If you talk about let's move to Atlanta, now I know you standing on business. You know what I mean? If you say, oh, let's move to New York, you standing on business. You know what I mean? If you say, oh, let's go to Wyoming, the fuck?
Nigga
Better
said
go take
Wyoming.
your goofy ass with your mom down there by yourself. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's just how I see it.
Yeah, if you're gonna
It
move
don't gotta be
anywhere,
about
have a
business.
plan.
What if there's somewhere she want to start with you, bro? You have to think of the way how I look at it as I'm not gonna do, especially, bro. If I'm old as fuck, alright, cool. If I'm old as shit, but if I'm this young in my third, or if I'm in my 20s or my 30s, hold on. Yeah, my fault. What you call it? If
Gotcha.
if I'm if I'm this young, I'm not moving nowhere with you unless it's a place where I can do what I gotta do, and you can gain what you want out of moving to wherever. But as far as me, just what I mean, as far as me just moving somewhere where I don't need to be, I'm not doing that. That's just how I feel, respectfully.
I think mainly to piggyback off of it and kind of get a little bit in depth, it's just a matter of are we in a position that if we do move, maybe it's not for a business purpose or for business opportunities and just to start a life together type of jazz. Are we in the position to where we are financially good or financially set to that if any downfall does happen and if we do go our own ways that we'll still be good on our own, right? So let's say for Ron, for example, if his when his YouTube career takes off, the man's set for himself, stuff like that. Would he be willing to able to move to another state for a woman that he's interested in? Most definitely. I don't think that he wouldn't question that. But if we're talking just right now to where niggas is still trying to get their foundation set, no, to where niggas trying to still get their foundation set. I was reading chat, trying to get their foundation set and everything. The best option would not be to necessarily move until we have everything together. If that kind of answers and goes about it.
Yo, why are they arguing in the chat? What the hell?
They do that a lot. Let me see. Was there another question that was sent? Again, guys, we're not podcasters. This is just a temporary thing. I know y'all used to the woman.
Yeah, the girl's gonna be back, so yeah, you know what I mean. Don't worry.
Gotta deal with us
Today's
for too
opposite
long.
day.
How are you dealing with your wife begging for a Birkin and calling you a broke bitch if you don't buy it? That's not my wife if she do that. If a
Facts.
girl, if a,
That was
that was
never your
never
girl to begin
that was
with.
never your girl to begin with. That was just your
Never
turn.
your girl.
Remember that. It's never which one. That's never your girl. It's just your turn. Remember that, Kings.
If a
I only go.
female
I only go for
values
some
you,
girls though.
mm, if a female only values you for materialistic shit, drop her, please. Save yourself the mental health. Like drop that, because some females are like that for real. Not all, but some. Females do value materialistic shit in a relationship, and not the relationship itself. I learned that the hard way.
Do y'all like clingy girls?
I was gonna answer Moon's question, but
Oh, my bad.
uh,
Yeah, if she did answer the question, my bad.
she said, would you really be down for your girl if she had dark spots, stretch marks, and body issues or hair?
Well, of course, stretch marks are fire, bro. I don't care what nobody says.
You know,
Stretch marks are
stretch
fire.
marks is cool. Stretch marks is
That's how you
cool.
know it's. That's how you know it's real, bro.
What
Stretch
do you
marks
mean
are
by dark
fire.
spots? What do you mean by that?
Like
And
acne,
body is
Come here, little tiger. True.
tiger stripes. Yeah, tiger stripes, bro. Stretch marks are fire, bro. I don't care what nobody said.
I think. Oh, there we go. Like hyperpigmentation. I mean, I generally don't care for all those things. Like, honestly, I'm not saying I don't care in the sense of I still wouldn't support you, be there for you, and all that stuff. It's just that that's not my main focus. In hindsight, it's like if I connected with you, we're on the same page about a lot of things, and I know my feelings are there for you. Having stretch marks doesn't phase me. Hyperpigmentation doesn't phase me. All that other stuff. So.
What was that question? How do you feel about a girl ghost you periodically? Ah, so basically, he asks like, how would you feel about like a girl ghost you here and there, but y'all still cool or whatever?
You ghost me once and it's not a logical reason behind why you ghosted me, then we have no further point of communication. Because
Mm.
okay, are we talking? So let me break it down or go about it a little bit deeper. Are we talking in the sense of you and I are talking and we're trying to get somewhere, or is just like we're just friends chatting type of jazz? Okay, yeah. So if you generally ghost me and you know that I have some interest in you, I'm cutting that off because unless you come back and you tell me the legitimate reason why you just went silent, then there's generally no form of trying to reason with that because at that point that means you weren't really interested in me. You were just interested in the time that I was giving you at that moment. So whatever situation you had going on, or whoever else you were talking to, or whatever else was happening, whether it be another person or whatever, and all that other stuff, then it's like, why should I stick around? Because I'm not generally gonna waste my time on someone who generally doesn't feel the same way I do.
you know, it's a fact. If a girl is ghosting you periodically, bro, and you still have a great bond, I mean that's cool. But like, if you like a shorty and she doing like no shorty that like you gonna ghost you. I mean, if y'all like each other, if that's like what the relationship is, or whatever the case may be, if it's on some, if y'all friends and a girl just ghosts you here and there, I mean, me personally, I wouldn't care because that's my friend. But like, if you my girl, if we talking type shit, if we if we talking about something, if we talk like if we talk and you ghost me periodically, then I can't really I can't really fuck with that. I can't lie.
True.
Right.
Going back to Dee's question, she did answer, do anybody or everybody or mainly the guys, do y'all like clingy girls?
Clingy? It depends.
Yeah.
Cause this is a certain amount of clinginess. Cause like, cause you got that one. Cause this, I don't know. I had like, there's a certain amount of clingy. Like you basically show me that you can't operate without me, and that's like you're human. You're supposed to be like on your own, not on your own, but like you're supposed to know how to do stuff on your own, and not cling to a human all the time. But showing that you care for me and like, you know, hey, being lovey dovey here and that, that's cool. But like being like overly clingy and like not willing to do shit without me, it's that's kind of weird. Not gonna lie to you.
It depends on how clean we're talking. And after we
Yeah,
do
nah.
answer this question, I do kind of want to start, bringing some people up from the audience if they have things they wanna put their
I mean, yeah,
input in and stuff like that. But it depends,
the
honestly.
fuck?
It generally, oh, technical difficulties. Wrong. Will be right back. It generally just depends on like how clingy you are. Me overall, I don't mind a girl being clingy. Like it's cool, but in just in hindsight, it's like if I
My
can't
bad.
go like 2 seconds being away from you within like a good 48 hours type of jazz, it's like all right, you're I'm gonna need you to at least relax,
Hmm.
like
And
breathe.
I don't really like clingy girls like that. The clingy shit is cool, but like it depends to what
To an
degree.
extent. To an
Yeah.
extent. Yeah.
So we do have our first guest from the audience, J Dot. I know you want to state some piece. Is there anything that you want to state on the questions and or topics that were asked thus far? If you are talking, we cannot hear you.
Wait, who me?
No, J Dot.
Jada.
Okay. J Dot, whatever situation you got going on, you know, fix that and then come back. Uh, anybody or anybody from the audience themselves wanna come up and state a piece over the course of what we talked about, or maybe want to answer personally if we missed the question. Oh, we got Ray coming up. Ray, can you hear us? Ray, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's the wave? What we doing right now, bro?
Trash.
Yeah, first what we doing?
Nigga, what's your question, nigga?
What's your question, gang?
Do you have a question? Do you have a concern? Is there something
What
you want
is
to speak
one
about?
thing that you've done with a girl that you regret to this day?
Girl.
Yeah.
Me personally, I did waste my time with a girl because our intentions were not matched up, and open up another can of worms. Damn, y'all get two out of me today. I'll be lucky. Uh, so in hindsight, she didn't want anything serious as far as to me where I did. Uh, so she was playing a lot of mind games when it did come to me, and that was kind of my fault in a sense because I should have been peeped the signs. But you live and you learn. Shit happens. It's life. But honestly, it was just wasting my time and energy on someone who generally didn't want me for me and generally didn't give two shits. So I would say that's something I regret.
I
Okay,
mean,
okay, okay.
I'd say I would regret that I would say I would regret that I was too nice to one shorty. I was way too nice. And I what you call it, I suppressed like who I really was just so that that person could be happy. I don't know. I don't know that I don't really want to go too much into detail with that one, but yeah, do what you will with
Most
that.
thing, the worst thing I regret was probably waiting for a female. Yo, bro, listen to me when I
Waiting
say
for a
this.
female.
All my niggas in the Discord, never wait for a female. Never.
Was
Don't ever wait for a female. Because they will throw all types of excuses
Nah,
at you.
that's a
Talk about
fact though. Never wait for a female.
never wait for a female.
Bet. Yeah, I agree with that actually.
Oh, my
Yeah.
bad. Looking back at chat, trying to
Oh,
trying
but
to
but
keep
this is
up.
not my time. But
Uh,
yeah, W question, W eats, W
if
everything.
any
Stay lit.
guys in the question have a if any guys in the audience have a question for the girls, y'all are free to answer as well. Uh, Again, we will be trying to hit every question that we can see or that we can reach, but it is what it is. Bringing back Ray up again because it looks like she has something to say. Yes, Ray.
Oh, I ain't know y'all still wanted me up here.
I
no,
mean,
you raise your hand.
But it's vibey. We vibing.
Nah, she's hilarious.
does any
She's
guy have a question for Ray? Maybe that she can give some
Oh,
insight on.
let me go to the local chat, bro. Come on, X up, bro. What you? Oh. Come on, axe up. I'm an open book female
Yeah,
right now.
any questions y'all
Hey,
got for me? Like,
open
any
book
questions
female
y'all
right
got for
now.
J-Dot? Y'all can ask,
Okay, well, let me ask you something, Ray. Why do you? Because I do see this a lot, not just from you, but from some of the girls in the chat.
Uh-huh.
Why do you, or why are you DTN? If you care to insight.
Okay, like, okay, so I'm gonna clear this up. Okay, so when I say I'm like, I don't know about any other female, but like when I say I'm DTN, bro, it's just like if I see like if a nigga done me wrong one time, I'ma just say DTN jokingly, bro. But it's not for me personally. It's really not DTN for life because I still gotta fuck with the niggas at the end of the day. You feel me? But like. I don't know really, but like when I just say DTN, it's just like like I just say DTN to be funny. I don't know about anybody else, but I say that shit to be funny. Cause yeah, hello. Yeah, W question. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it
Yeah,
going.
let's keep this going. Like, I need a question for me. Like, anybody got a question for J-Dot?
Oh,
Oh, but
let me go back in the
No
audience.
one.
DTB nigga say DTB skull. You got don't give me tight nigga. Don't.
yeah, she had to go. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate you for answering the question. Um, my bad, Don. Still new to this podcasting. Anybody have a question for Jada? Any other women in the audience? Sam, Moon, Skull. Uh, hmm. Let me see. My bad, Moon. If I missed it, there's a lot of shit going on. Oh, Jada, if you care to answer this, and we can all just piggyback off each other. Moon Ant, why is there always a dark skin versus light skin girls problem? Let's talk about it.
So what?
Why is there always light skin versus dark skin girls problems? So in hindsight, just to break it down, like how most guys would be like, I only fuck with light skinned women or I only fuck with dark skinned women. Why
I
is that the
mean, me
case?
personally, bro, I don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the past, I went through my light skin phases where all I did was light skin females. But now I fuck with my brown skins and dark skins. You know what I'm saying? I don't discriminate, bro. I go by, personality. I don't go for looks, bro. Most niggas go for looks. That's not me. Like, if she got a vibey personality, I'm gonna fuck with her because, females could be fire if she got a fucked up personality. I can't, can't fuck with that. Can't get vibey with that and shit like that. So it's like, me, I'm gonna just go for personalities, later for looks. That's just how I am.
Understandable. I mean, I'm the same. I don't generally. I don't even know where that stigma came from with the whole light skin, dark skin things, but it does stem back from like far ago where light skins were more quote unquote valued in of course to most men and all that other stuff. Me and personally, I generally don't care about the whole skin tone thing. Is like if I can vibe with you, I can fuck with you and I can get along and generally pick up to see where things are going. I could care less if you're dark skin, light skin,
That's a fact.
brown,
Like,
all this
you
other
know what
stuff.
I'm saying? Like, me personally, I don't really care if she light skin or brown skin. Long as she's vibey and me and her got a connection, we could bond and we could relate on certain things, and that's all that matters. I ain't,
Right.
like she could be Asian. I don't care. I'll still fuck with an Asian female. I never fucked with a woman before, but I would.
Mm,
Let's talk about it.
not my fault. Nah, I was what you call it. Nah, I was saying because Panic asked a good question. My fault.
You're good. I do want to
Oh,
cover. Oh, my bad. If you were gonna say something.
oh, nah. I was gonna say what you call it. He said, "What type of support should you provide a girl as a man?"
Mm.
I'll say mental.
Okay. Okay.
Mental
As a
health.
Hold
man,
on.
as
Hold
a
on. Hold on.
man,
Hold on. Hold
as
on.
a man.
Hold on. Because I do want to.
uh,
I do want to cover Skull's
I,
question.
I thought you went my fault. My fault. Go ahead.
No, no, no. I do want to just cover Skull's question real quick because he said,
Mhm.
"What would you like to see a girl improve on, whether if it's in a relationship or general?"
What I like to see the girl improve upon.
It generally
Uh,
depends on the girl, honestly.
yeah, it depends really.
Because if I know a girl, let's say, who may have just throwing that out there, maybe like trust issues of some sort and whatnot. Obviously, that's always going to be a factor in her life that I think is always going to play a part. So if she's able to improve on maybe like past traumas, maybe even like things she has dealt with to best her abilities. I'm not saying she has 100% cover it, but at least to the point to where she sees improvement in herself. I think that would be the best in improvement that a woman can work on overall. You guys want to
That's a
pop in?
fact. Yeah, nah, I would say just depends on the girl and like I can't really answer that question because it just depends on who the person is and like what they're like I guess what like whoever the girl is, whatever their the bad things about
Facts,
them. I guess so.
facts. Every girl's
Mhm.
different.
Every girl's different.
Okay. Yeah. Was there anything you want to ask us or ask any of the women in the audience?
Wait, you said what?
Is there anything you want to ask us or anything that you want to ask the women in the audience?
See, shit. The question I would ask for
Oh.
Ron is, why you
Mm.
fuck with Ice Spice so much, bro? That's what I want.
Let's talk about it. Let's
Mm,
talk about it.
You said why do I fuck with Ice Spice so much?
Yeah, cause like as soon as you wake up in the morning, you think about Ice
Let me
Spice.
tell you something. Ice
I still
Spice.
be
I just feel
thinking,
like Ice Spice is just she's just a woman that like every man needs in their life. You know what I mean? She just has that. She just has that. She just has that. That thing about her. But they saying no more. They saying no more Ice Spice talks. I ain't even gonna elaborate for me. Just know that my baby for life. You know what I mean? That my baby for real.
And Dawn did have a question for you, J Dot. She says, "Why is it DTB? What's your intake on that?"
you said, why is it DTV?
Yes.
Because most I see. So living in New York, bro. For most of y'all that's not in New York, y'all wouldn't know where I'm coming from. But anyways, like I was saying, females in New York, they not loyal. You know what I mean? They would say they loyal all they want, but they be having hoes and shit, and I don't got time for that. I'm not a kid. If you can't be loyal and be honest with me, no reason for me to fuck with you. Like
Mm,
I ask you questions about like, if you cheat, you're supposed to be able to communicate. Communication in a relationship is key. If you and your girlfriend
mm,
don't have communication, then y'all don't trust each other. If y'all don't trust each other, there's no reason for y'all to be together. That's just how I feel. But yeah, I mean DCV because females out here be doing niggas dirty, and I don't got time for that.
mm,
I
word.
don't got, I don't got time for no other nigga to be calling my phone. So you talk to my girlfriend like I'm not with the kid shit. I be focusing on other shit that I did with in my life. I don't got time for nobody else.
mm.
And it's bullshit, to be honest with you.
Not for what you call it. So, all right, guys, let's answer this. What type of support do you think you should provide your girl as a man?
Matter of fact, I got a question for
What
Dawn.
type? Nah, what type? Nah, answer the question, gang. As a man, what do you feel like you should be providing for a girl?
Okay, so let's see, because I do want to make sure and I
Boob
understand
support.
stand that the question. So you're
Mm.
talking. So in hindsight, you mean if this is someone who I'm generally seeing, taking seriously, all that other stuff, what am I doing to support her in her life? Correct? Yeah, is that what you're
Yeah.
asking? All right. Well, it kind of does play into a part to what she needs support in, or what I notice that she may lack that I may be able to pick up on. Right. So whether if it is finances. Oh, she wants you to answer the question first.
Want me to answer the question for as a man? I feel like okay. Obviously, I'm there to support you emotionally. You know what I mean? And
Talk about it.
stuff like that
Talk about
and
it.
things of that nature.
Talk about it.
But as a man, I am not here for financial support. As a man, I am not here. I'm not here to what you hold on.
I agree on that. I agree.
J. So I do want to start. I do want to bring other people on. So I'm gonna have to ask you to step into the audience because I know
Yeah, I'll
Dante
do
has
that.
been waiting for a little minute. So I want to bring him up next.
Heard you.
But
Appreciate
yeah,
you, my guy.
Gang.
yeah, as a man, I'm not here for all that. I'm here to just, support you and help you. Know what I mean, I feel like, looking up to a man for financial support and all that extra stuff and all that like, oh, I stay home while you go out to work and then you come home and do all and what you call it. You come home, you gotta take care, you gotta pay all the bills. I don't believe in that. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't paying all the bills. You gotta pay the bills with me too.
It's 50-50.
50-50
Type
for real.
shit. Type shit. Wait. I can't hear y'all. Wait, I'm putting my earbuds. Whoa.
Your partner's gaining weight.
To go off
If your
Ron
partner's
before,
gaining, go ahead.
to just
No,
go
go
off
ahead.
for Ron before we do touch on Moon's question again. Trying to just cover everything that we can see and we can hit on. The chat is still moving, but at the same time, we are trying to focus on just making sure
If somebody
the
said,
audios and stuff going. But support wise, it like I said, it does depend on what we are, or what I am able to notice. Maybe she isn't necessarily getting emotional support that I can fit, myself into her life when it does come to that. Finances, granted, this is how my belief is. If I know I'm financially stable to where I'm able to take care of myself and I do make enough to take care of whoever may step into my life, then that is one thing. Because at the end of the day, I do want to be in a in a financial standpoint to where I could care less if you come or if you go. At the end of the day, I'm still going to be able to take care of what I need to be able to take care of as a man. So that's just me when it does come to finances. I do understand that reinsurance is a thing, making sure that physically you are being taken care of, stuff like that. So it kind of just depends on what I pick up on the person. Granted, not everybody's the same. Some people may be fine with certain things and all that good stuff. But for me, if I'm able to pick up to see exactly what you may lack in or what you may need support in, then I try fitting myself in to make sure that you're still good as an individual.
Type shit.
And Ron, you were reading Moon's question. My bad, I lost.
What was the question?
Moon. Oh, it was Moon. It was Sam. She said, if your partner was gaining weight and you started to notice, would you tell her?
yeah,
Yeah, you have to. It's only
I
fair.
would tell her. I would be
It's
like,
only fair.
you getting fat, nigga.
I,
Fix up,
you
gangster.
forced
You gotta
it. You
fix
forced
up.
it.
I hate Ron.
You forced it.
I would do it, but I would try doing like the most respectful way possible.
Yeah. No, because you can help, but it's like at the end of the day they gotta help themselves. If that makes sense.
Type shit. Nah, that's right.
I feel like you gotta be with somebody that's self-aware as well, though. Like you can't just be with somebody that's not like that doesn't have like like awareness. Like
Yeah, they
Factual.
gotta be
I feel like,
independent.
because I
Some
feel
way.
like if I notice it, I feel like you should notice it too. I ain't gonna lie.
Type shit.
As a man, you know what I mean. As a man, as a woman, you should.
Yo, chill.
And here comes the petty question, being directed towards Zay. Zay, so the people want to know, the people are answering, how does Zay feel he was rising up a catfish? And if those who don't know, let me just give a quick breakdown. We did have a catfish moment in the Discord yesterday. A woman came, or quote unquote, a woman came in here pretending to be somebody else. We discovered it wasn't that said person and kicked them out. So Zay is going to state his piece on how he was rising up in accordance to what the people were seeing. This
All right,
catfish.
Cool. Facts. All right, so if y'all think I was risen up, then I must be doing a good job risen up in general. All I literally did was ask the person if they liked anime. All right, they seemed like an interesting person, and that was it. But then, wait. I think it was Zari who started pressing her, and I was like, Zari, like she be annoying sometimes, but Zari don't act like that. Zari don't act like that with nobody, especially them being new to the Discord. So I was like, yo, there must be something that we don't know about. And then I was like, yeah, nah, she kind of weird. She dropped pictures and shit. I'm like, yo, them shits is mad blurry. I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Let me fall back. And yeah, like yo, damn, bro, like fuck.
So there was another question that was asked. This is for all the guys in the audience and on the pod right now. It was asked, would y'all get with a girl with kids? Ugh. It's gonna be a tough one to talk about. I guess
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't personally care. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right now, like at the age I'm at right now, no. But like if I'm older and I know I'm financially stable and all that, I wouldn't give a fuck. Hell yeah.
My kid gotta be your kid. I can't front.
Honestly speaking, and this is just me, I don't know, because off the string, I generally have to have some form of bond with you to take up that role. Granted, me personally, if anyone wants to answer, I generally am not no, I'm not ready for kids, so I don't want anyone thinking that, oh, you know, wooty wooty whoop, blah blah blah. It's not the fact that I wouldn't do it. It's just that I have to at least be have knowing you, or something has to connect for me in a strong sense for me to take up that responsibility.
As a
Not only
man,
that part type shit, like I gotta know who your baby father is.
Also true.
Sorry, shit.
Respectfully. Like, or it could be a
Like if you do have multiple kids, it is best to state, you know, how many baby fathers there are, fathers of your children there are. I do want to trying to remove that term from my vocabulary. How many fathers there are? You know, is what was the relationship like? Is this something that I have to generally worry about in the future if I do come around? You know, there's a lot of questions, and that can go for both ends. For a woman trying to get with a guy who has multiple kids, maybe multiple mother of them kids, stuff like that. That these are questions that do need to be answered because at the end of the day, you don't want to be put a part of drama that you generally didn't have shit to do with, right? You came into you came into this knowing full well who this man was, or at least for the best of your ability, who this man was and what he all showed you. So if you know that her or his, you know, other partners that he had the kids with are crazy, maybe they're controlling, maybe they did some rash shit, maybe, you know, they're on some stalker type of vibe, I would suggest just trying to avoid it at all possibility. I understand that not everybody deals with that type of stuff, but those things do happen. You don't want someone popping up to your house is randomly out of nowhere with this, that, and the third, threatening you, all this other stuff because you are dating their the father of their children or the mother of their children type of stuff. So at least do a necessary background check, just making sure that all things are clear before you do make that advancement. So this is a question also for the guys, or if any of the ladies want to talk about it as well. It was Ann's. Would you still date a woman after she tells you she got surgery done and she was a dude? Mm.
Um, who wants to go first? You know what? I'll go first.
no.
Oh, uh, me personally, I don't know. It's like a preference kind of thing, but like I would have no way of knowing until she would tell me. But if she does tell me, then in that case, yeah, I don't think so. Nah.
yeah, that's just me too. I don't know about that.
Like Meek said respectfully. So gotta be careful of this one.
Facts. Be careful.
So if me and this person are talking, we getting to know each other, and we've had at least some long term form of building a bond, and then they come out to me, of course I'm going to be upset because it's like that should have been information from Jump Street. Now, would I continue? That is based upon how I feel about that person and where I do see things are going. But if you outright tell me that, oh, I went through this is, you know, who I am today, stuff like that, then respectfully, I would have to decline because that's just not something that I'm interested in. Anybody else want to piggyback or?
That's a scary question right there. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yo, it's dead now. We all gotta just be mature. You feel me? It's like simple. Mhm.
Word, word.
No, because if this does get out, you know, people misconstrue things that can be said, and then that's a whole problem within itself. So
You
you
know,
just gotta.
same time type shit. Like respectfully, like feel me? Like, you know, you got your preference, everybody do type shit. So yeah, I feel like
Hey,
don't lie to me. At least allow me to make that decision. Like,
Nah, facts.
So Sam answers. I caught this one. How come y'all are scared to have daughters because you think they will be a hoe? I don't necessarily think it's scared that they will become a hoe. Granted, there's more issues that need to be covered when having a daughter, but it's the fact that we know the world isn't always catered to a woman in most senses, to where there are certain crimes or certain things that can happen to them. I think that's mainly the peak of what can be. But I do see the whole thing, if we do deep dive into it, it's that you come home pregnant and then you don't know who the father is. Or you've been around and all this, and then news comes back to me that this is what you've been doing. And then it's a letdown on my end as a father to have raised you and try putting you on the correct path, and then you're doing all this, and now that's just like a slap in my face in hindsight. Do I think that men should at least be better examples when dating women, especially if they have kids and everything? Yes, because let's try breaking these curses and stabilizing what we can. But as far as a whole, it is just a matter of the question of who could be the father of this child. This type of information being out in the public, kind of disgracing the family, stuff like that. It's a whole laundry list, but at least just to name a couple of things that I think off the top of my head.
what about having a daughter?
Yeah, having a daughter and being scared that she may be a hoe, or they'll think
I don't know about
you
that
thinking she'll
scared
be a
part.
hoe.
Like, respectfully, feel me? Like, you're not gonna be in all assets of your daughter's life type shit. Like, you get me? Like, or else you're gonna be out here looking
Actually,
like T.I. type shit. Feel me?
facts.
And Jody gonna do what she got to do, because she's gonna be her.
Respectfully, like, you did something with that child's
All I'm
mother. Feel me?
saying
To make
is,
her.
I'm having a son. I ain't having no daughter.
But
Nah,
respectfully, I'm having
I
a
want a
son
daughter about that.
first. Feel
And
me?
Mike,
So
I'm
they could
having. I'm
Mike,
protect
just
the
having one
daughter.
son.
Come on now.
Nah, I don't want two
Facts.
kids. I only want one kid. I
Yo,
just want
I'm
one
just
kid, my son.
I'm just gonna be like
Somebody.
cautious. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna be cautious like what she gets into and shit. But like I'm
It's just
I'm not
like
gonna. Oh, nah, yeah, go ahead. Wait, no, I was talking. I mean, go ahead. Anyways, yeah. I'm gonna be cautious. I'm gonna be cautious of like what happens to her and like the shit that she gets into. But like, I'm not gonna be on her ass. Like, if she wants to do these things and all that, then that's whatever. I'm gonna just be like, yo, I'm gonna tell her and be like, yo, be careful, this and that, and yeah,
No.
that's about it.
Just got to
understandable,
support them in their whole ways, respectfully.
understandable.
See?
Panic.
Nah,
Did
cause
have.
like, nah, hypothetically speaking, if your daughter was like that, I mean, like, I ain't wishing that on nobody, but
Like
like,
shit.
what can you do?
All right, yo, I'm finna head out. You know what I mean?
Hi, Zay. I appreciate you for being up here. Panic did have a question. He said, "What type of adversity do you think you faced being black in America, and why do you think these adversities were set up for you in the first place?"
everything.
So, I guess to touch on it, uh, as being black in America, you do have to work at least harder in a sense, um, compared to a lot of other race. Granted, I'm not saying all, but at least to what you have to put in, because a lot of time people don't believe in what you're doing or think that you can be a positive influence to what you are contributing, and a lot of hate does go around that. It is a matter of, how do I want to put this, trying to overcome as much obstacles as you can from growing up and trying to figure out your own lane, and providing what you can provide. Granted, you can't solve all the world's issue, but you're setting up yourself for success, and then you're setting up the next generation for success, so these things don't constantly happen. Granted, like I said, there's always going to be some wrench that gets thrown that can cause everything to shift. But for the most part, it is just a matter of putting yourself in positions or putting yourself in the mindset of I can succeed if I choose to succeed, but what are the next steps that I need to succeed? If that kind of makes sense. I'm not sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
makes sense.
So what's the question fully before I respond?
Guys,
What type of adversities do you think you face being black in America, and why do you think these adversities were set up for you in the first place?
Many, like the system is against us naturally, like for me from since like, the beginning of time 400 years ago. Like let's get into it, 1619. For me, slavery. But respectfully, I ain't gonna lie, it's like even with like newer days and age type shit with gentrification and shit, it's not really like giving us a fair shot to begin with type shit. It's a lot of just recreations. Like I feel like the minorities like us don't really have compared to others, or where like another race will have more opportunity type shit, or just more resources to begin with. Like we starting, feel me?
Yeah.
It's like starting a race from like 10 feet behind. And then on top of that type shit, the referees who's watching the race, they ain't on your side either. They don't look like you.
shit's rigged for
Respectfully.
Even if they do look like you, sometimes they just don't want to support.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just
Oh,
it's just a matter of building yourself up. A question
yeah.
that Sam did. Oh, my bad, Meech. If you were gonna piggyback off of Rex.
I was gonna say this one thing from like what I was told as a kid is like this it's gonna be odds always gonna be against you regardless because you're black in America. You got white people on your back, you got the government on your back, and sometimes it be your own people on your back. So he's gotta make sure you get your own and like make sure your people straight, your family straight, and you'll be fine. Like those distractions just go away at a certain point. That's what I was told as a kid.
I feel that.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, just me, like speaking from personal experience type shit. Like, I went to like an extremely diverse high school type shit, and just seeing like even the teachers type shit, not knowing how to really filter type shit, talking to other students type shit, and you seeing the disconnect type shit. You can't really, try to make that bond because it don't feel right. Like, how much blood? I ain't gonna lie. Like, I feel like it wasn't until like social media really started like peaking type shit that like more black activities is now getting, shown to the world. Like, look at Juneteenth type shit. I swear to God, I wasn't celebrating that shit 4 years ago.
Facts.
Feel me? Black mental health. Yeah, mental health. Like, niggas is big on that now type shit.
True.
Nigga said, "Get out my basement." Never.
Tragic. So Sam asked the question. She said, "Would you rather have a gay son or a whore of a daughter?" I ain't gonna lie, that's a wild ass statement.
Or daughter.
Honestly, I I don't.
Bring me my mini slide.
Uh,
That's OD to say.
damn. Honestly,
Because respectfully, think about it. You can have a gay son and the nigga can still be treached out.
yeah.
Traced out gay son is wild. That's crazy.
That's super wild.
Neither.
That's crazy.
I don't want a gay son and I don't want a thought daughter. I'm
See, I had no choice.
I'm to my heart.
I mean, unless with the daughter, you could like change that. You could look.
I
You could change
choose.
that.
I'll say thought. I'll say
I'm gonna
thought.
change your whole list.
I call the thought daughter. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want my son being gay. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm kind of stumped on the question.
I'd say I love them both regardless, but I don't want my son being gay.
I feel that.
That's my.
Nah, you just can't be no gay treat. I ain't gonna lie. That's OD. Like,
What's wrong with a gay? What's wrong with a gay son? There's nothing wrong with a gay son. My preference is for my son to be straight. My son to be gay.
So Don asks, who do you think has it worse in America, black men or women?
Not gonna lie to you, it doesn't really matter because we're all black, so the odds against us regardless. So,
this is pros and its cons to each situation type shit. Like, there's a couple things that black men, for me, probably will never experience type shit. Just simple fact, because we're men, and vice versa type shit.
Yeah, because certain things we don't know a female go through. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Piggyback.
Yeah, so basically, like how it is, like how I think it is, like certain things we don't know what black women go through because they would never tell us. Certain things black women won't know what we go through because we're men. It's like it's like a like a seesaw type shit. Like we never know what's it's hard.
I think we do, and this is just me stating, we do, at least to what I see in America. A black man can most definitely undervalue a black woman in the sense of
Correct.
what she is able to do, what she's able to provide, what she's able to show for herself. And I do believe that a black man will be under fire a lot more in different circumstances, i.e., if say like you are growing up black and everything of that sort, you may be a nerd in a sense and all that, you can get ostracized a lot for having these things, because a lot of people in the black community don't always fuck with it, because in hindsight, or what we grew up on, is you have to be a certain way, carry yourself a certain way, act a certain way to get the respect you need. And granted, it's not always that, but if we generally talk about it, and to bring this up and not trying to cause any rifts or rafts, but when a black man dates a white woman per se, or maybe he finds that he's more appreciated in from a white woman, he's then, oh, you switched up, you did this, you did that, da 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 da. But let a black woman date a white
They
man,
praise it.
then it's looked down. But if we talk about how a black woman goes to college, gets her education, gets a high paying job and whatnot, black men will diminish, will kind of diminish it like it's nothing, and make her feel bad. Like, well, why isn't she an Instagram model, or why isn't she dressing? It's a whole different kind of like segment that breaks down for both factors. Do I think both groups have it hard? Yes. Do I think one group has it harder than the other? It does depend on what we generally talk about and what we get into. Because I do see black women at least trying, putting themselves out there, trying to fit the role of, I can care for you, you can care for me, we can be something together, and a black man would dismiss that because it quote unquote doesn't fit into his mantra of what he thinks or what he values. And then same thing for a black man, already trying to put himself out there, trying to make sure he's stable in all aspects. Maybe he doesn't have everything under the sun right now, but at least he's working towards it, and he would still be looked at like he was the scum of the earth because he's not where everybody else is when it comes to people being shown on social media and TV and stuff like that. So it kind of does just vary on what we talk about and what we discuss. I'm not sure if another question was ants. Trying to catch up. Trying to catch up. If anybody does want to come up here and answer a question, maybe piggyback off of what we have discussed, so on and so forth. Uh,
No cap. I got a question for Don. I got a question for Don. Don, what is wrong with athletes? Why do you hate athletes so much?
Don, if you want to come up here and state your piece, or if you want to write in chat, just let me know. I am trying to look at trying to make sure
I'm in the ath-
that I catch everybody's question if they did
So why
ask
didn't
one
you
question.
say that, kid?
Uh, oh, okay. Sam, I saw it. I saw it. So I'm gonna bring it up. My bad.
I didn't type it. That was a question because yesterday you was like, oh, he played football. He's a whore. I'm like, that makes no sense.
Let's talk about it. Don, do you want to
No,
come up here and state your piece? You are free to. Maybe if this is a good time, maybe it's not a good time.
Oh,
Yes, we can hear you. Talk your shit.
okay. What was the question?
Meek, answer your question again.
You think all athletes are whores?
No, I just said football because my brother's a college football player, and I know a lot of football players, and I know how a lot of women are attracted to football players. You try to say that football players do not have little fan clubs, which they do. All athletes have fan clubs.
Mm. I just want to know for real because she's like,
Okay.
oh,
Okay.
cause she, oh, you a whore, you play football. I know you got your little.
No,
I'm
no,
like,
no,
I don't
no.
got no
You
fan
we were
club.
you were naming things, and then I said, "Wait, do you play a sport?" You said, "I play football." I said, "Oh, you definitely get bitches." And then I said, "You're a whore." Then you're like, "No, football players don't." And I was like, "All right, we're not about to do that because as an athlete, I know every athlete group, girl and guys, have like a little fan club. Football and basketball, they have fan clubs. Let's not act like. Come on now. You know how many football
You
scandals
athlete?
there are?
True, 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 true.
Okay,
Wait, since you athlete, what sport you play?
soccer.
W soccer.
So I've been around different sports and know different sports, and like in my family, it's all soccer and then football. My brother is in college football, so I be knowing, and we not gonna sit. So you think football players don't get any bitches or anything?
It's not like they don't get no bitches. It's just like
That's not what
we
you
just
said
be we
before.
just be chilling. We just be chilling. This is like
Talk
Okay,
about it.
everyone.
respectfully, Prince, do you think football players be chilling?
Not all the time.
Thank you. You know, there's so many football scandals, especially with, let's talk about it, rape scandals.
Oh, that's crazy.
Don't act confused. There's so many college athletes that
To
get in trouble with that.
piggyback off of what Don said, again, open up a can of worms. Y'all getting a lot of personal information. I mean, y'all better thank the girls for this. Me when I was in high school, I was a part of the step team. I'm not dropping any videos, so don't ask. And the attention that came with it, or the amount of women who generally had a thing for me just because I did it, was more than I thought was ever going to be. Because you have women who may know that I'm in a relationship, still trying to shoot their shot, or have some form of feelings, maybe even if I didn't speak to them, but want to have some form of conversation or want to see where things go with me because I was a part of it. So step being a thing that's not necessarily the most popular thing or the most well-known thing out there. You imagine football players. I know plenty of football players who had women throwing themselves at them because they overall play football, stuff like that. So I do see Don's point in men who play sports, especially if we're talking about college and everything, to where they do have, maybe not all football players, but
Not all football players,
you
but
know the star niggas on football teams, and you know women are throwing themselves at them.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Not every football player got bitches. I'm just saying, like, sports in general have little fan clubs and girls throwing themselves at it. Like, come on now.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
You know? Like, you was trying to make it seem like like you just said, football players, we chilling. Come on. Come on.
See, I would say like you got that one side, you got the other side. That's the best I can say. There's two sides, you know.
Wait, why do all men, females categories every man to be a whore or not shit because y'all previous experience? Every man isn't like that. It's the ones that y'all did at the time. Well, you see, when I call y'all whores, I'm not being literal. Like, y'all, I know for a fact, y'all, well, not all y'all, some of y'all. Like, I know for a fact, like, all y'all aren't whores. It's just, I'm just saying that. But if I'm calling you, like, ain't shit, I don't really say that about guys, to be honest. I only say the whore part as jokes, but I don't know. I don't know about the other girls, but I feel like the same thing Ray said. Like, she said it as jokes, and like DTN, like, she's not for real about it. But of course, like, we know some guys, like you said, aren't shit, or quote unquote not shit. So I don't think all men are like that. It's just like you guys say you don't trust some bitches, or you guys, it's the same as girls. We don't trust some guys. Some guys give off like a vibe where you're just like, nah. Exactly, like Sam said, I say it as a joke, but in certain situations, is definitely applicable, which is basically what I'm trying to say.
It do be like that sometimes. To piggyback off of since Dawn brought up Sam, she did answer the question before. So trying to hit all questions that I can, everybody. So just bear with me again. First time doing this, so.
And don't forget Panic's question because he asked it multiple times.
Got you. She ends. Do y'all like y'all coochie shaved or with more hair?
That's for the guys.
Shade that motherfucker. Don't play like that.
Yo,
That
Braid that shit.
yeah, nah, shade that shit off, gangster. I like mine with a little fur. Nah, that's OD.
He's probably talking about. Are you talking about
Nah.
like a Brazilian strip, like a Brazilian strip?
Nah,
Nah,
pick that
bro.
shit out, Forrest.
Nah, you better get that shit off, man.
I think
Yeah,
Yeah,
but wait, why
personally,
are
I,
men so off about hair though? Like y'all have
Uh,
hair too. That's what I'm confused about.
okay, but if you asking to cut my hair, I'll cut it. I don't care.
I know,
Like,
but I'm
that's
saying like in general, like, do you guys like, are you guys put off by like women hair?
yeah.
Why?
well,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Y'all have hair too, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
I'm not necessarily put off by hair. I think it's just a matter
no,
of
no.
can
Hold
you.
on.
Oh.
I don't have hair. I'm just asking because like nowadays, like girls have armpit hair. You know what I mean? Like it's like why, like you guys have the same thing we got. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why, you know?
I personally, just me. This is just me speaking.
Mhm.
If you are well kept, I don't care.
Mhm.
So it's not a matter of you have to be completely bald down there or whatever the case may be. I say
Yeah.
if you are well kept, and I know you're well kept, and I know even
Mhm.
if you don't do 100% of the job, whatnot, I'm not gonna flex about it. I'm not going. Oh my god, you have hair down there.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal to me. Any other nigga, because I still got to get through these comments here. No, everybody good, cool. So Panic did answer question, and it also ties into what D has stated too in regards to marriage. So it's gonna be like a two-parter. So Panic did ask, what do you think the significance of marriage is, and is it necessary for a healthy relationship? And then D answer he replied to, he said, do we want to get married and have kids? If so, how much?
I look at marriage as a business. I can't front. I don't feel like it's a necessity type shit. Um, for the most part, like my example type shit, just having a couple of my peers go up to the army and like they just get married just to get paid more. Respectfully, and they taking a shorty of 4 to 6 months. Marry me. Let's double our checks. And that's that part. So that's my stance on that.
Marriage, I don't know. As I get older, marriage is becoming less of a thing that I want. Like if you talk to me probably like a good, I want to say like 5, 6, 7 years ago, most definitely. Now it's like I don't think marriage is important.
Yep.
Like you can have a long term life partner without needing marriage. Do I personally still value marriage in a sense? Yeah, I mean the thought's still there. I would love to be able to propose to the girl who I want to see my future with and get married, but is it important for a healthy relationship? No. I think there's a lot more factors that kick in
Prince.
to a healthy. What's up?
My fault to cut you off. I was gonna ask, like you said, when you was younger, you had like kind of like huge aspirations for it. Did you have like an ideal age of where you wanted to get married at? Like,
If you were to ask me like if I was mad younger, I would have said
yeah,
probably about like now, maybe like me going into to being the age of 26. I would at
hmm
least have wanted to be engaged to the person who I had that thought process with, and hopefully at this point, if not before I hit my 30s, that we would officially be married. Now, I guess because it's just a matter of just the information that I just get throughout time. It's just like marriage seems, and I hate to say it, overall useless because it's just me signing a paper to the court system or to the government saying this woman has my last name now and we're together, when I could still live my life happy with that person regardless if she has my last name or not, and what we've been through, what we've gone through, what we've built, what we've done
Yeah,
together is still
facts.
there. So regardless of me signing a paper and stating that this woman now has my last name or whatever the case may be, she still could be my woman in that healthy relationship, still having my kids and all the other stuff regardless.
hmm
And as far as kids go, overall, I do want my minimum is currently three.
Oh
Right
hell
now,
no.
right now there is a voice convincing me to go for four, but that is a
Yeah,
discussion
mine's
damn.
that
three
me
or
and that
shoot
four.
like
voice.
Kobe.
Nah. I don't even
No,
want
yeah,
one. I don't
no,
even want one.
mine's three, and then adopt one maybe.
I only want one, bro.
Because
My
I'm
mom wants to have a
1-4.
kid. Mhm.
One seed.
I can't do one kid.
Nah, I
Are you an
cannot
only
have
child?
three. Yeah, I'm an only child. I
That
cannot have
explains it.
three.
You
Three
want
is
to
OD.
suffer.
Oh man, three taking care of three little people, bro. You crazy?
I need three
Are
so
you
we could jump
crazy?
everybody. I need a whole clan of
Three's a
Rexes.
I
good
don't.
Easy.
number.
I don't want to spend that much money. I ain't gonna lie
I think
too.
3 and
Tragic.
4 is a good number.
You know how much money that is, bro?
It's so hard.
Now I
Bro,
can't front, but
three?
the way how I plan on
Crazy as
living life,
hell.
come on, like I might just convert to be Muslim. Like shit.
Bro.
Not gonna lie to you, I would have a kid. This is like I have siblings,
Hmm.
and this is like why do I need a kid when I have siblings for? I can just take care of them. You know, there's no point in me having a kid when I got siblings.
Wait, how many? What are you like? How many siblings do you have?
I had three.
Okay, so you're 1 of 4, like me.
Yeah, I'm the firstborn. So this is like I have like a
Oh,
baby
you're the
sister.
oldest. Okay.
So she's like 3 months. This is like
I felt
she's
that
3 months
part.
old. So what's the point of me having a kid if I have a 3 month old sister? I can just take care of her
Yeah,
until she grow up.
that's true.
It'd be like that. Sam asks, do you base your relationship off of zodiac signs? Fuck that.
Oh brother,
No,
Pisces K.
damn.
no, I don't base it off of, but I like to learn about the shit though. I'm not gonna like if someone's like, "Oh, I'm a Gemini," I'm not gonna be like, "I'm not dating you," but I like learning the signs.
Yeah, it's just a hard no for me. Oh, I think something happened to me. If he comes back up, he comes back up. But continue on. Unk, he said, say you're really feeling someone, but they have something, herpes or whatever, but they don't know how to tell you. How would you deal with the situation? That is a good question.
See, you're gonna have to tell me because I'm not having sexual relationships with anyone I'm not emotionally connected to. So I'll rather I like to figure shit out before I even like get with anyone sexually. So
What was the question? My fault.
like,
If
how would you feel if like you were with someone and they had herpes, but they didn't know how to like tell you? How would you deal with it? Like
Gotta
herpes.
How do
tell.
you? I'll be heated. I'll be heated because like you gotta tell me certain shit like that. That's scary.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
scary shit.
That's something you don't hide, to be honest with you.
No funny shit. You about to get my side bitch sick.
Rex, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, in that case, yeah, you do have to tell me. Like that's not something we should.
Like you're
even
putting someone's health at risk.
Yeah.
Like you gonna throw off my homegirl pH balance. Like that's bad balls.
Nah.
Don, you gotta answer the question.
How, as a femme, how important is sex in a relationship? Well, different girls, you know, there's some girls with high sex drives like guys, and there's some girls who, they don't need sex in a relationship. So that's kind of like, there's guys like that too. They just probably don't talk about it. But there's girls who like they're asexual. They don't have that sexual drive. So I really can't, you know, answer that for like females.
So to necessarily answer, because I do want to get the woman's standpoint on this. If y'all can please, enlighten me. Probably maybe a two-part. It's more so, is sex important in a relationship for you guys? Then you can speak about your own individual view if you need to, and if so or if not, can you explain why and how often do you think one should have sex in the relationship?
For me, it's important, but not that important. I think a bond is more important, to be honest with you.
Shout out to Dawn. And then Unk ants, would
If a
y'all
nigga
be
didn't make your coochie stir, do you feel like you wasted your time?
tragic? Unk ants, would y'all have like a calm conversation about it, or it'll be like, ew, what the fuck? Back up off
About
that.
the herpes?
Yeah.
Wait, and they gave it to me?
No, like say they told you, would it be like
Oh no,
us
calm.
having
It'd be calm.
a calm conversation,
Calm.
or you just be like, oh.
No, calm.
Saying, like I can't be mad that about it. I mean, if you gave it to me, then that's a different story. But and then told me
Yeah.
about it, then that's a different story. But if you
No
generally outright
panic.
stated,
Panic, I don't think it's a wasted of time. Just some people don't know how to please people. That's not a waste of time. They just don't know.
Do y'all want your significant other? Granted, I don't know everybody's sexuality or what they're interested in. Do y'all want your your significant other to know how to please you as an individual in the relationship? Is that something that you speak about with them? That's something you tell them, hey, this is what I would like you to do better. X,
Yeah.
Y, Z, Z, Y, X.
Yeah, you teach them. You help them. If you really fuck with someone, you're gonna help them figure out your needs and wants, and the same as they're gonna try and let you know, like, yo, I don't like this, blah 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 blah. You know. If it's like a one night stand, then I don't know, like how girls will handle that. But if it's like my dude, yeah, I'll guide him.
Okay. I'm not sure if anybody else has any questions, or maybe we missed anything, or want to come up and speak their piece about anything that we have talked about. But if not, let me know. What if y'all had a secret baby and your baby mom didn't tell you? How would y'all feel? Honestly, that's kind of a lot of bullshit. Not gonna lie to you. And it's just a matter of kind of where our standing is if it did get to that point. So I would want you to tell me, so at least we can have that discussion, right? For me, I'm all for that. If I made the mistake of getting you pregnant, and granted we weren't in the best situation, I just gotta man up and do what I gotta do to make sure that you're good and the baby's good. Everybody else, the thought process is different. Everybody else has their own individual opinion on how they feel about it. I just know me personally. It's let me know so I know how I can plan out things. I may not be ready for a child, but if I knew I took the action to bring a child into this world, then hey, I just gotta man up and do what I gotta do. Anybody else want to piggyback off that, or?
Kill that shit.
Tragic. I hate you, Rex. Prince, at what point do you feel is too much when it comes to financially supporting your woman? When it becomes too much, if you are financially supporting your woman and she's generally not doing things to support you, i.e., making sure you're good, or let's say like this, maybe you're the breadwinner of the relationship, you pay all the bills, you make sure that everything in the house is taken care of, for car note paid, all the other stuff, right? And she's a stay at home, whether if it's girlfriend, wife, mom, whatever the case may be. I feel like there has to be an extent to where if she's not keeping up with her duties, then it should be a cutoff point, right? It shouldn't be me constantly making sure I'm doing my part and then you're able to slack on yours. Because if I were to slack on my part, then we'd be homeless, or we'd be out of shit, or something would always go left, right? So if it does get to a point, let's not even say like marriage, right? Let's say you're in a long-term relationship and whatnot. You've been doing this, you've been financially supporting her, making sure she's good, making sure the house is taken care of, all the other stuff, and she's not necessarily doing her part. And I get it, women do have moments where they don't want to do anything, just like how men have their moments where they don't want to do anything, and that's understandable. But if it becomes too much of a constant thing and a consistent factor of you generally just not doing anything, not necessarily cleaning, not taking care of the household, and just having a lazy moment, then at that point I would generally just cut it off. Like, either you gotta go, you gotta figure out what you guys do, you work something, because I'm not busting my ass for nothing. I'm making sure that we're straight. Okay, do y'all care if a woman is financially dominant, the dominant one in the relationship? Most definitely not. I don't, at least. If my woman makes more money than I do, and is the breadwinner of the relationship, I wouldn't care, because then at that point I have to play my part in supporting her, right? So if she's the one who, let's say she's the one who pays all the bills and whatnot, or better yet, let's even go about it. If she tells me I don't have to work anymore, I can be a stay-at-home husband, I have to still make sure that as my duty,
I'm doing that.
as her stay-at-home husband or stay-at-home boyfriend, the house is good, food's cooked, things are taken care of.
No hezzy.
stuff of that nature. So even like I said, even if there are days where I just may wake up and it's just a shit day and I don't feel like doing anything, at least doing something on my part to make sure that she's still good and she's still doing that, then that's one thing.
Man,
And,
listen. Go ahead. Go ahead.
oh no, I was done. You can go.
Oh, for sure, man. Listen, let me tell you something. If I gotta be a stay-at-home husband, I'm doing so. Off rip, no questions, no doubt about it.
Have the apron
PS5,
on in the kitchen,
PS5,
easy.
PS5 gonna be on all day, kick feet kicked up.
Oh,
Soon as she come
being my
home, she gonna be
boxes
like,
and my robe
you,
ready. Like,
you got what I'm saying, bro. Soon as she come home, I'm gonna have some food ready, have my robe on, I'm be like, yo, how was your day at work, honey?
go and tell me about her bum and boss. Lord, ESPN
Oh, God.
already on.
Sam asks, how do y'all feel about friends with benefits?
I'm
It
deadline,
depends on
bro.
the maturity level. I ain't gonna lie.
Friends with benefits? I haven't had that in like forever. It depends on what the benefits consist of, right? Not everybody maybe want to get into a relationship, but do want that one person they can kind of depend on, type of jazz.
For their needs, yeah.
Yeah, like make sure that the benefits have been discussed. Granted, emotions do come into play, feelings do become a part of it. X Y
Nah.
Z Z Y X.
Mm.
That has to be a discussion. Stop thinking that because we had sex 2 days ago that you know all of a
I'm
sudden I'm
gonna
just
pick
ready.
you up from work. It's not happening.
Yeah, if we came to the agreement of this is what we are, this is how our dynamic is to where I can depend on you, you can depend on me, but it's not gonna go further than that. That's one thing. But if we had a discussion of this is where we can be at this moment in time, if you get any type of feelings, let's have that discussion. If I get any type of feelings, let's have that discussion because we need to still be on the same page of what we're doing.
I feel like to kind of like rebuttal a little bit with you, Prince. I feel like that's kind of like it's never spoken about type shit, but it's kind of like the rule. Like, yo, the minute you catch feelings, like you do know this shit over, right? Because like that ain't what we signed up for, respectfully.
Because overall is not that's whole friends with benefits is to benefit my physical needs. In hindsight, I generally don't need you around for everything else. That's what I said. It's best to have that conversation and it's best to have that discussion so that both parties are aware exactly what's going on. So no one feels like, oh, I got used for this, or I got used for that, or I got duped, and this, that, and the third.
You wanna know what's crazy about it?
What's up?
I mean, like most people that got like friends with benefits say shit. That's be like nearly everybody in the talking stage say shit for the most part. Like they got somebody they could feel me, lay they head with say shit till they entertain somebody new and they have an emotional attachment to it. Say shit. Should be discussing out here in the towns. I ain't gonna lie. Be filthy.
Yeah, but I think what gets misconstrued in when it does come to friends with benefits is that people don't talk about what all is being brought into it. Because then when people start
That's a
getting
fact,
emotion, or when emotions do start getting kicked into play, everybody has this confused look on their face, like, oh, what, and then it becomes a problem, right?
Nah, I feel like it becomes like a little, like a mental tug of war type shit. Like whoever's the first to give in and be like, yo, I got feelings type shit. They trying to see like how much like control they got type shit for sure. Like, because it's just like situation. I just feel like yo, you should know.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Panic Ants. How do you feel, or how do we feel about aggressive females? Is that something y'all can handle? It depends
Love
on
them.
the aggression.
I don't like that.
You ain't gonna put your hands on me.
Yeah,
That's all.
Put your hands on me.
aggressive females.
Shouty.
And to
I don't
answer
like
that,
that.
and to answer that, Dawn, and when you said the talking stage, you have feelings. It's not everybody can get feelings in the talking stage, but people can because they think automatically in their heads that, oh, this person is genuinely interested in me because they're having a conversation and they're telling me this, that, and the third, or what I want to hear.
Ooh, let me piggyback on that. I ain't gonna lie, like with the talking stage say shit, it's just cause like for me, you seeing like pretty much the best version of that person say shit because like you know, on either side, you trying to sweep one up type shit. So like, or you kind of see like a facade a little bit. You only see the highlight reel. You don't see the ins and outs type shit. So it's easier to get more like emotionally attached type shit. Cause you just like to piggyback off of what you say. Oh my God, we talked about XYZ. We got this in common type shit. And if it's the talking stage for real type shit, niggas ain't linking up. So all that's through the phone, through text, FaceTime, whatever. Feel me? Throwing them on bed together on FaceTime, little childish shit like that. You
It's
know
pretty
that.
much it's pretty much people are telling you what you want to hear to have that good first impression and just see where they can go from there. So
Yeah, it's only until situations you see people for real, for real.
Yeah. So if I'm telling you, or if we're having a conversation, I'm telling you what you necessarily are seeing as good qualities or good values, I can see why a person can get their feelings attached or catch feelings during the talking stage before the actual meetup because it's, oh well, this person's a deep or this person has the same type of mindset I do, and it's a whole bunch of other stuff. But
And you know, everybody's different. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, me type shit, I'm more attracted to the mom type shit. So I can't front. Like, if you could talk a good one type shit for me, you know, you probably swing rack type shit, whatever. And then until you finally deal with them, like, I ain't gonna hold you. You might be a Barbie. Like, you know, fire on the outside, but nothing on the inside.
Mm.
I'm not sure if D was answering this or someone answered this and D was just trying to catch my attention with it. She said, "What's your opinion on your girl having a boy best friend?" It
Well, I have a female best friend, so like, feel me? I can't be a hater. Can't be a. I can't feel me. Or what's the word for it? Yeah, it's on the top of my tongue. Pause.
so it depends on how long she has known this guy. This is what I want to say, because and I don't want to make it sound like, oh, you're controlling your girl, but if you known the guy for over X amount of years and stuff like that, and I ask you, well, has anything happened? This and the third, I expect at least for the utmost, you just be up real with me. No, okay, cool. I don't care if you have a boy best friend, but if
So
randomly,
what's that variable like?
so
Or
so if say like maybe her boy best friend she known for like 5-6 years, right? And at some point they got together, tried to get together, stuff like that. I'd be skeptical about it, right? Because he's still in your life for whatever reason, right?
yeah,
So now in the back of my head, I'm naturally questioning. So if I fuck up, I already know you're gonna go to him, but where are you? Are you going to him just to vent about the situation, or are you looking for comfort? X, Y, and Z. So I'm constantly gonna be in my mind thinking, well, you're going to that person for what reason exactly? Something that maybe me and you can discuss, but you went to him about it. So now again, I am a
I
nigga.
ain't going. Yeah, you hit a deep one. I ain't
I,
gonna
I,
lie.
I'm a guy. So if a woman were to come to me at any moment of the time and vent and whatnot, or I'm the shoulder to cry on and whatnot, at some point comfort is going to be
You
there.
trying to ride?
And if you two had something in the past, then it's like, is there really a line that you wouldn't cross with that person that you generally feel the utmost comfortable with? Now this can also go back to a guy having a female best friend and stuff like that. How long have you
I'm gonna
known this
piggyback
person?
off of you when you're done.
My bad. Oh, no problem. How long have you known this person? Is this something that relatively is a new best friend that you just miraculously just told me about? Then it's like, all right, you're bullshitting me. But if I known this person for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and I tell you nothing has happened, I always answer to put me on with her friends, stuff like that. Like those type of situations, generally I wouldn't be worried about because it's like, all right, like that person's just around because you generally fuck with that person. But if things were to happen or at some point y'all try making it serious and whatnot, and that person's still around, I'm always going to be on edge because I don't know what the intention is if I fuck up.
And I can't front like having a female best friend type shit. Like I ain't gonna hold you when I was dealing with like another person type shit. Like it caused some tension type shit, especially because like my best friend wasn't like like a bad looking female. She was kind of attractive or whatever type shit. So niggas would be like, yo, how you could be friends with that or whatever. I'm like, yo, bro, like, for me, it's like a wingman game type shit. Like, she put me on, I'll put her on, vice versa. But the girl I'm dealing with, she used to get jealous type shit just from, like, the natural bonding, feel me, that me and my best friend had, like, the natural chemistry. So like, sometimes niggas used to be jealous or whatever type shit. It was like a tough situation to be in. I can't front. So I feel like to go back to like how you started real type shit, yeah, all that shit gotta be spoken about like in the beginning type shit for sure, for sure. Or if you ever dealt with your best friend, like I don't need no pause type shit at all. I don't care if that was like your childhood lover. Feel me? That's the whole reason why you probably still got him around type shit. Trying to complete that fairy tale. So, I feel you. That's all I'm saying, Prince. I agree.
Thank you, Rex. So Rex gonna have the Rex, if you can still hear me, just taking you down so that we can give at least other people a chance to speak up here if they need to. Unk, if you want to state any piece, or maybe if you have something that you want to answer that the girls answer you in the audience, so on and so forth. I am going to try wrapping this up soon because I know this is going a little bit far, and I know we do have movie night tonight, so I want to give everybody a chance to kind of just vibe out and rest. I do appreciate everybody for being here or sticking around, answering questions and stuff of that nature. Again, this was kind of like a last minute thing. We are new to this, but shout out to the girls for allowing us to be able to continue on with the podcast and speak while they are handling their own situations. So again, if you do see them in chat or in stream, Discord, whatever the case may be, do thank them for this platform and this opportunity that they did give to us. Appreciate it. So Sam Ant, how long should the talking stage be? Honestly, if I'm being for real, the talking stage shouldn't be, I want to say, longer than a month. Honestly, like at some point, you two should be linking up and feeling each other's vibe and seeing where it can go. I feel like if you're just stuck in the talking stage for too long, it just looks like y'all are friends. Honestly, I could be wrong, but that's just my viewpoint.
For me, talking stage got to be at least 2 months. We got to figure out where we going with this. If nothing is progressing within the 2 months, then we're pretty much just wasting our time.
I feel that. Okay, yeah, again, everybody has a different view about what they want the talking stage to be. So I'm not saying, oh, it's strictly we gotta do this, that, and the third. But
The talking stage, as a woman, you should be loyal. As a man, I can talk to who I want.
shut up,
Facts.
shut up.
Facts. Facts. As a woman, you should be loyal in the
Meek, no,
talking
you're
stage. Me as a man, I have the freedom to do what I want.
men's rights, y'all are stupid. But I think the talking stage should be, Meek's having technical difficulties. I think the talking stage should be at least to a point to where y'all are able to link up, right? Y'all can meet up, vibe, and stuff like that. I don't think it should be dragged out too long because, again, at that point, either y'all niggas just aren't interested in each other or y'all just wanted to be friends. So I understand where Unk is coming from, talking about at least 2 months. For me, I would say probably within like the month timing, that's what, 30, 31 days of us constantly having conversations and we didn't make a plan as of yet or discuss the plan as of yet. Meek, if you wanted to say something. I guess not. My bad. You want to say something?
Oh yeah, I was on mute. My fault. Yeah, now me personally, that's just how I get down. For me, like.
So Panic Ants, have you ever had to deal with a manipulative female, and how did you handle the situation?
No.
So let's open that can of worms. So I have experienced a manipulative female. How I got out of this situation, I kind of just realized that I'm wasting my time and energy on someone who generally only wants me for a convenience sake and not necessarily something serious, and left the situation. Granted, a manipulative female could have ill intentions. So always be mindful of that and try breaking it off best way possible, or that both parties understand that it's on mutual ground. Because things that she can tell other people about you, whether you know, it could besmirch your name. But as far as just a manipulative female, if she's not showing you, or at least giving you hint signs and some form of communication about, you know, her being on the same page as you and just using you for whatever she can gain out of it for her benefit, I would say just leave. You know, break things off with at as peaceful as possible, and just call it a day. Ain't no point sticking around.
That's a fact. Me personally, I never got caught up in that type of stuff because I don't believe nobody. I don't believe nothing nobody say. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I got trust issues for real. But like I ain't never get manipulated by no girl because I just don't be trusting girls like that. I already be knowing girls be on some manipulative shit. So that's why I just until you prove what you gotta prove. You know what I mean? Then I just don't I, like you know, like you can't like there's nothing that you can gain from me. You know what I mean? Not even my time and energy. You know what I mean? You don't trust now of course I trust you, but I'm saying like in terms of like relationship wise, I'm saying like I just don't be trusting nobody like that. I just nah. Like you wouldn't even, bro. I swear I could be, bro. We could be in the talking stage. I will not even buy you McDonald's, bro. I will not buy you nothing. Like I ain't gonna lie, like I'm so serious, bro. Cause you're not, bro. You're not about to get it. You're not about to come up off me out of for nothing, bro. Like nothing, bro. Not even art. Hell no, not even Ari, bro. I don't care who you are. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm not spending my money. Like I'm not wasting my time or energy if it's none of that. How you get out of that though? Just don't be a just. I'm about to say don't be a dumbass, but I mean, just like Prince said, you just got to come to the realization that that person's using you for something, and their best interest isn't you. Their best interest is themselves. They just want you there just for whatever their reason is. Like how I feel.
Meek, you have
Okay,
anything?
Dale?
Yep, we can hear you now.
Uh, okay, my situation when it comes to like manipulating females, just not ghost them, but like separate yourself. That's the best I can say. They are just separate yourself from that. Cause
And
that's
I
some.
always go for the kill. Always go for the kill. I always go for the kill. If I put my mind that I'm gonna kill, and that's all I want to do, I ain't never gonna get manipulated. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's my fault. Me continue.
Nah, you got it. Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
So it is kind of roughly going past the 2 hour mark. So uh, sorry if we did not answer all questions. Again, we trying our best here. Shout out to Dawn for being in the chat. Shout out to D for being in the chat and assisting us the best way possible. I thank you everybody for showing up, listening, and
Facts.
you
W's
know
in the chat.
being there and answering the questions y'all need to answer, responding accordingly. Just any closing statements from Ron, Meek. Y'all want to say anything?
Um, you know, as a man, you know, stay strong out here, my other brothers, my young kings. As a man, it's okay to have your weak times, but you also gotta be strong at all times. You know what I'm saying? As a man, don't let nobody get nothing up off you, you know what I mean? Cause as a man,
Talk your shit, talk your shit.
Oh God. Meek, you got any closing statements?
Um, I mean, I would say like this was fun. It was cool, but to all my men out there, just be be mentally strong. That's the best I can tell you. Be mentally strong in any situation, either it's in a relationship, a goal. Generally, it's anything. Just be mentally healthy at anything you do.
as a man.
As a man.
And closing remarks for me. I'm glad everybody was here. I'm glad we were able to still keep the girls things going. Again, do please do give them a shout out because without them, this would not have been a thing. Um, you know, let's most definitely give them the credit that they do deserve because they did most definitely put in the hard work to make this a thing. So without them, this wouldn't exist from us. I appreciate everybody for being here, answering questions, putting up with what we had to try working out and stuff like that. If they do need us again, they can always hit us up. But
Oh yeah, what you call it? As you know, Meech said, as a man, respect the women. That's a fact. As a man, you gotta respect
Respect
women.
all women. Respect all women. If you
As a
respect your
man,
mom, you do respect anybody else.
All right, well, that is it for the ESB podcast. This is episode 2, the boys edition. I do believe the girls will be having.
as a man edition. Ah,
I do believe the girls will be back tomorrow. Just clarify with them that if they are having it, have any questions y'all want for them, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I appreciate everybody. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace.
thank you.
Man.
Get sturdy, pussy.
Magic. I fell in love with a witch and it's true. She far from average. I don't want to be with nobody if it ain't you. This shit is madness. All of this sadness.
I'm tired. I'm tired.
I'm tired.